Today, Kevin is going to be making English Toffee Shortbread. This is from the official Downton Abbey Afternoon Tea Cookbook. My sister loaned me this cookbook, and so we're trying to make some recipes from it. So Kevin's going to go over the ingredients.
All right, first thing you need is a 9-inch pan, and they say to butter it. We use parchment paper, it's so much easier. So just a parchment paper lined 9-inch pan. You want to preheat your oven to 350. You need a half a cup of unsalted butter cut into cubes and make sure it's cold. You need 1 cup of flour, 1/3 cup of firmly packed light brown sugar, 2½ tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/8 of a teaspoon of kosher salt, 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a cup of coarsely chopped pecans, 1/3 cup of the chocolate covered English toffee. We use the Heath, but make sure it has the chocolate on it because they do sell a version that doesn't have any chocolate on it. It's just the toffee. Make sure you get the kind with the chocolate. And then you need some sugar just for sprinkling on top. I just put some in a bowl just so I could grab it and sprinkle it on top, and then that's all you need. So what you want to do, you can do this by hand as well, but it's easier if you do it in a food processor. So got a food processor here. I'm going to add my flour. I just don't want to dump it everywhere. My flour, my brown sugar, my cornstarch and salt. Cornstarch really sticks. And a little bit of salt here. And we're just going to pulse this really quick just to get the flour and everything mixed together. I'm going to add my butter to the top. And you can see, knock off some of your flour. You can see how it's a little coarser where the butter got chopped up into it. Now you're going to add your pecans and your vanilla. And again, process those. And then last thing you want to do is put your toffee in there to where it's just combined. And you can honestly probably do this with just your fingers in a bowl, but it's easier to just pop it in the food processor. Take your pan, and I'm going to get a little bit of flour because I may need to get it on my fingers to press it in here. We're just going to press it evenly in the bottom of the pan. Okay, so now that's pressed in the pan really well, you're going to take your granulated sugar, and it didn't say how thickly to spread it, so I'm just going to kind of just sprinkle it around. And like I said, you're going to bake this at 350 for, it says 20 minutes, so you definitely don't want to go over that. So we're going to check it at like 18 minutes and see if it starts getting golden around the edges. And yeah, then we'll be back once it's all golden. Okay, here it is out of the oven, and it was in for 18 minutes, so it looks really good. You can see it's starting to get brown on the edges. So you're supposed to let it cool in the pan on a wire rack for 5 minutes, and then cut them into like 16 bars, we'll see. And then you let it cool completely once it's cut on a wire rack to actually cool. Okay, it's been 6 minutes actually, so let's see how it comes out. And it's still a little soft and crumbly, but it's okay. I'm gonna flatten my paper out. All right, so they're supposed to make 16 bars. So if we go half and half, okay, and I'm just going to let them sit here until they cool completely.
The Scottish shortbread, favored by Mary Queen of Scots, saw only minor changes until the 20th century. One 19th century variation that included ginger was favored by members of the Scottish Parliament, earning the snack the name Parliament cakes. For this later innovation, a much celebrated English candy, which even boasts its own holiday, National English Toffee Day, is mixed into the dough. So,
I could go for English Toffee Day.
hello. Yes, please.
And these bars, I was worried about them being floppy. They're not. Or crumbly. They hold up really well.
No.
They're still really soft though, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. That is, I love that. That would be perfect with tea or coffee.
We've made something similar to this that just had pecans in it. And I'm thinking it was a base for something. And then it's like, I'm thinking chocolate or something on top of it is what I'm thinking. This was like the crust of something else.
Yes, and you could easily see
It
this.
just didn't have the toffee bits in it.
Yeah, you could easily see this being the base in a tart or the base in a pie. Because this is, I absolutely love the pecans. I love the sugar on top.
I do too. Now, I don't think the toffee really stands out.
I don't either.
Yeah, it needs probably double the amount of toffee in there.
But you couldn't do that because it would change the texture. It would make it like ooey gooey, whereas this is a really nice bar.
Almost.
Yeah, this is a really nice bar texture that you can easily hold in your hand. You could have your little napkin, and this would be something nice if you were going to have company and you were having like a table full of different foods. This would be nice to have. Or if you were doing like a tea, an English tea theme luncheon, you could have this.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I just wish the toffee flavor was a little stronger.
Yeah, you really don't taste the heat.
No, it's more pecans. It's really, actually, it's more of a pecan shortbread than anything.
No, I agree. But so easy to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, you saw it. It was all in one cut. I threw stuff in there. The food processor pulsed it or mixed it, threw more stuff in there, or did it, put it in a pan, squish it, that's it.
And if you don't have a food processor,
You could do it by hand, 100%. You probably want to chop your pecans up a little finer than what they come with. Maybe the chips. Pecan chips would be really nice. Because they're smaller little pieces. But yeah, I've made this kind of stuff before, just taking your fingers and kind of squashing the flour and stuff into the butter. It takes a little while, but you know what? It doesn't take that long, honestly.
if your favorite part of a tart is the base, you're going to love this.
Yeah,
because it's absolutely delicious. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.